No, so how are we doing? Let's chill. One night stand. It's Legend of Keepers. It's a prologue demo version of Legend of Keepers. Obviously, you got to pay for the full game. Let's do a new save. Create. Do you want to launch a tutorial? We are going to launch a tutorial so you guys can see how to play, even though I know how to play. I like this game. I very much like this game. I haven't paid for the full game yet. Well, because I'm poor.
Congratulations and welcome to the Dungeons Company. As you saw on the job posting, your main task is to protect the treasures we keep in our dungeons. We don't have much time to spend training you, so please keep up.
Righto.
Heroes keep coming to try and take our treasures. The marketing team has worked hard to promise gold and glory to these idiotic adventurers. We have a little time before they get here, so let's place our traps and our employees to prepare a defense.
By the way, if you can hear the air conditioning in the background, I apologise, but I ain't turning it off. It's warm. It is warm.
We always leave an empty room in every dungeon. You can use it to ambush the adventurers with one of your favorite spells.
I believe her face is actually animated in the full game, by the way. This is mainly...
Some rooms are dedicated to combat. This is my favorite bit. Make sure you analyze each group of adventurers. Your employees are counting on you to prepare an effective strategy. Pay attention to combatants' attacks and resistances. They are key elements for victory.
So this is mainly a mouse-based game. Like you don't need left-handers pretty much at all for this. Right, so we've got a barbarian who's got high armor, and he is resistant to air and fire, weak to ice and nature. We don't have an ice or nature guy. We've got air, fire, and physical, so he's going to be hard to take down. He is, as you can see, weak to air and fire and armor. And that one is weak to ice and no resistance in terms of fire and air. They will attack front and back. You have armor minus 45, you have armor 25, and you have armor 35. So I think it would be best to put the ghost at the back and the skelly in the middle, or magus or whatever he is. So yeah, magus, and the orc at front. And that was us. We are that dude. Show no mercy implies arranged.
The job also involves bullying these insignificant humans. No reason work can't be fun. You can of course kill them, or terrify them so much they'll flee like peasants, as you see fit. Don't forget that in battles, the fastest combatants act first.
So, it's all about applying debuffs. As the actual damage that you cause each time is fairly meager compared to the amount of damage that you'll cause for that. That 35 damage, 5 by 7, then that will go down to 5 by 6, so it'll be 30 damage, then it'll be 5 by 5, 25 damage. So the higher the stack, the more damage you're doing, and the longer that stack remains. Let's do a bunch of morale damage. Their morale, as they get more and more scared, then they actually do less damage. And they take more damage rather than they do less damage. So at the moment, like, there are more skills that you can use, but this is obviously the tutorial. Fireball to one at the back. So the one at the back was comparatively, like, you can't hit the one in the middle unless you do like an all. But once the one at the back's dead, then the back attack will attack that one. Of course it's Scream of Terror. No, I don't get to use my axe. So the demonstration here, of course, is that this guy He would have been very difficult to take down in terms of armor, but he's a lot easier to take down in terms of morale. There is no resistance to morale damage. Bye-bye. Fireball. So two battles.
You've come right on time to your funeral.
See, he's pretty tough. Enslavement would be an area effect, and you can see that there's the kill icon. Turns up there. Challenge obviously would be morale damage. Would probably be faster than trying to kill him, although not necessarily. But we're going to do enslavement, so we can do some damage to both. Get rid of one, get some life down on that one, and hopefully he should be we should be able to whip that man and get him to run away. There we go. Or get him to run it, get him to die.
You did it. I knew from the start that you had potential. Know that here in Dungeons Company, we reward talent and value ambition. Shoot for the moon. And so, your training ends. I'll see you again next year for your annual evaluation. If you do a good job in protecting our treasures, you'll get the promotion you deserve.
Alright, cool. Let's get into the actual game. Okay, so talents. You can choose talents. The more you play the game over and over again, like a roguelite, you will be able to do better stuff. I'm going to stick it in there. When a hero is defeated by a monster, we are the monsters, they are the heroes. 10-20% chance that the group of monsters gain enraged. Enraged is good. Okay, and there we are. Start. Off we go.
Let's get to work.
Welcome to the company, Morg. I'm delighted to have you with us. We'll need your fabled management techniques. We're putting you in charge of a little team in the Old Empire, region overrun by humans. It's up to you to gather the monsters in the area and teach them how to defend themselves. Turn them into great employees, ready to give their lives multiple times for the company. Boom. Now, as you can see, there are more rooms up there than there were before. We have 2 sets of trap rooms and 2 sets of monster rooms. One of spell room, and you can see there's 3 spells this time. And then the master is always at the end. There will be more things popping up there in the future. Right, that'll apply enraged. Like I say, enraged is good. I'm putting the orc first because he's highest armor. These guys are not particularly high armor. Do we have an archer? We do have an archer that hits the back for physical damage. We'll put the gobbo at the back. Therefore, we're going to put him there. Trap. I'm going to do more morale damage with it. And the spell. And then we have another orc. You have 15 armor. Now the question is, who is actually going to make it through to here? So the exile is probably going to make it through. He might just die. Pretty sure that guy is going to die. Yeah, she's probably going to make it through as well, because there's no way of attacking until one of the other 2 is dead. So your back damage, so we'll want your armor's 15. Your nature resistance is... Okay, we'll do him, because his nature resistance is 50, and that guy's going to do nature damage. And we'll do that. And then... So that middle one is immune to the first trap by the look of it. Alright, so, enraged. 30%. Each one of these is 10% extra damage. And morale damage. And if you can get that up to like 6 stacks or 9 stacks. It's unbelievably potent. Okay, are you weak to nature? Not particularly. Are you weak to physical? Yes, you are. So let's do a goblin trick to you, Alaska. Right, just put poison on all of them, or we can do more damage and more poison just to one of them. You are resistant to nature. They're all sort of resistant to nature, but you're largely resistant to nature. Let's do a toxic volley. Give them a volley. Yo. Nah, the gobbo died. Okay, right. Scream of Terror would be nice for the morale damage, and we are going to go for morale in the next trap as well, which is the bone catapult. So we're going to do some morale here. He would take less damage, not a whole lot less damage, but because we can get more morale damage done to him, we can get the damage up for the next room. I don't expect the orc to die until his next turn, to be honest. God damn. Alright, fair enough then. You did. That is stacks of morale damage. Intimidation could do more morale damage, and Terrified, morale taken from attacks and traps increased by 50%. It's morale damage. That would enrage the guys, which would be very good. Burning Whip pretty much nearly take that guy out. But I like the idea of doing more morale damage, to be honest. I'm pretty confident that the next room will take them out. Boing. Right, more morale damage to everyone and demoralised. Slowing them, I don't think that's going to be particularly useful. Obviously it will give us the opportunity to go again, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to go again anyway. Just to very nearly get that guy dead would be nice. What's his... He's weak to ice, so we will lob a chunk of ice at him. Right. Do I do that or do I do that? We're nearly to the point where we've got him running away, to be honest, that front guy. So it'd probably be faster to do Scream of Terror. If we can get Fear of the Dead up, which we probably will do, that's probably going to be him running away in big panic. Fear of the Dead. Yep, there we are. In fact, looks like they're both going to run away by the beginning of their next turn. Scream Terror, that'll help out. I'm not going to be able to get a cleaver kill anyway. Sorted. Okay, we successfully protected the treasure. I really like Skeleton Dogs if we can go for a bleed build. Gnolls, particularly familiar with them, to be honest, but we do have a large contingent of poisoned enemies. He sees his first one there, 30 damage against shell if the target is affected by poison. So we're probably going to go for that guy. Skeleton Soldiers, very useful again for bleeding builds. I'm not going for a bleeding build this time. I'm going to go for a poison build.
As you could probably guess, dying isn't the nicest experience. Fortunately, our Lich Doctor is here to resurrect your employees for free. However, being dragged back to the land of the living after a taste of eternal peace can be quite demotivating. If your employees die too often, they might suffer from burnout. Your employees' morale is therefore a matter to be taken seriously. Give them a break from time to time by sending them to the garrison. The feasts organized after a victorious defense will make them want to get back into action.
Okay. motivation changes. We can see from previous dungeon. These are the guys that died. So up here, -1 to 2 if they are killed. If it drops to 0, they'll burn out for 10 weeks and you can't use them. Not necessarily all that big of a problem if you have a large number of beasties, and if they've rest, then you get 3 motivation back. Okay, right, we're going to go largely poison in the first room, and seeing as we already have an orc there that's not going to lose any thingamajig, I might as well have him over there. If you have him in the room and you don't use him, he doesn't get morale back. But sitting in the garrison and watching other people have fun, that's how you get the morale back. Okay, right, this is main interface of the game. Merchant, you can buy traps or monsters. Trainer, you can train up your monsters. Engineers, you can improve your traps. We got a trainer down there. If you click on them, by the way, and you don't do anything, you've lost the opportunity to do anything that week. Improving your traps is a good idea when you've got the traps commander guy, but this guy's all about making your monsters better. We're going to go for a merchant and see whether or not I can get a better, more suitable trap for a poison trap. There we go, poison dart. We will buy that. Skelly scientist for that first room as well would be very interesting. But I want to save money for training the monsters into next week. Events, as you might imagine, with the big question mark there, is random stuff happening. Okay, right, let us train. You see, these are the improvements that happen. More power, more life, better resistances. Okay. I think they're all gaining these first level passives here. That looks kind of nice in like the second room, because most of the time they'll arrive with a fair number of stacks already on them. But it's not going to be so useful in the front room. That makes skelly archers, poison archers, just generally significantly better. I think I'm going to go for that one. As you can see, like the costs for the different people are more expensive to train as well. There's a sort of tier of how good creatures are, like a gobbo compared to a orc. Much more difference. That is a good passive, to be honest. But we want to. I want to sort of get better poison people first. Yeah, we'll do poison people first. I have 125 quid left, so I could actually train this this gobbo as well. Attack supply bleeding, I think that is both the goblin trick and the nature damage guy. So why not go for that one? Also, it makes him much more resistant to nature. Yeah, we'll do that. Alchemist, they transmute blood or tears into one another. A trainee spilled a burning hot drink on you in front of the blood spice latte machine. Puck, my life. Metal as puck. 120 damage taken to your guy, but he does regenerate life every week. We don't have any blood, but we're going to get blood from killing people, so I'm actually going to insult them. Adventurers. Oh, as you might imagine, I'm as tired as I always am complaining. So if I start speaking less and caring less about what everyone has to say or decision making, that's because I'm too knackered to care. Doink. So we're just going to chill. Your ice damage, your air damage, and your ice damage. You at front. Hang on. You're to area, you're to front, you're to front. Okay. What's your ice resistance? 25. It's 40. So yeah, definitely have the skeleton in the middle.
Come get some.
Alright, poison the fat guy at front. Is he much resilient to nature? 15. Oh, she's very weak to nature. Poison dagger to him. Are you weak to armor? You are weak to armor. But I think poison dagger. Poison arrow would nature to the back. She is. Oh, we do a toxic volley to everyone. It will stack more on top of this guy. And that's going to be very useful. Now, when the Gnoll attacks, he's going to get shell. Protective strike. Gains shell. And we'll see soon. Damage taken from attacks reduced by 20. What on earth was that? Damn, I was hoping that I'll live a little longer. Okay, he's now got 6 stacks of poison. He's largely going to be taken care of throughout the entire thing. Neither of these can hit. Oh no, that one heals 50% of one hero's maximum life after the fight is over. We might just kill her. Yeah, we'll try and kill the priest. Because he's going to take damage off his stacks anyway. Poison arrow to the back again. Oh, she's not quite dead. So these two are probably going to go down now. But she only healed herself, and she's much easier to take down than the fat guy. More. You see this little fire pops up here when they're enraged as well, by the way. Okay, we could enrage them twice. That would be particularly nice. We haven't done any morale damage. Not really, anyway. And there's no point really doing that. We could murderize him, but he's probably going to die anyway. So let's share the extra damage. Okay, so these 6 enraged, 10 by 6, lots and lots more damage. Right, fireball seems like a no-brainer. I don't think we're even going to lose a monster in this one. Ice block, you can see like a preview to how much damage you're going to do. Yeah, sod it. And cleave that man. Yeah, we'll cleave that. Make sure that she goes last in the next turn as well. Alright, let's do a fireball. And nice block should take her out, right? Oh, it's sweet. I'm right tempted by the Skelly Scientist for the poison room. So I'm going to go for that one. Right, we'll bring you in. We'll keep hold of you for now, I think. You will stick out there. Righto. Training now. Engineering, we don't have enough money to do any training. It tells you inadequate resources, so I'm going to do event. Team building, nice one. We'll still leave the gobbo over there, though, I think, because we have another guy to take the gobbo's place if he needs to. Right, business trips. Choose an employee to protect the sales department during the business trip. You can choose one of these 3 things, and in doing so, you will occupy a monster for as many times. Receive that and that. These are artifacts, and they'll list up on the right hand side. I think there's a maximum 5 that you can have, and they do random stuff. Artifacts are usually the one that you really want to go for. You only place one regular trap, but it gains multi-action at the start of a dungeon. I like the idea of that. So we can multi-action with the... we get that artifact straight away, by the way. Yeah, so we can have the poison trap activate twice. Plunder. Send 3 volunteers to plunder a place of your choice. You don't send all 3 of them, you only send 1 of them. You just get 3 options to do stuff with. 35% chance of injury there. No % chance of injury there, and we'd get a monster, but the gobbo would lose motivation. Huh. Or maybe it actually does send all 3. Maybe I just misunderstood that each time. I thought you'd send 1 to each one, but clearly not. Find an artifact 25%, it's not very high. +2 for those guys. Nah, I'm going to just go for 100% find a monster, I think, because Gobbo's going to be resting anyway. New monster is Rongrom, a goblin drummer. Okay, so did it cost all of the volunteers? It did. It cost all 3 of the volunteers motivation, then fair enough. But he's still going to regain his motivation, and -1 motivation's not a big deal. Rongrom. Oh, we have Mandible, the Skelly Archer, off in the middle of nowhere doing now. Okay. If he can survive, he can enrage all monsters. That might be good. We'll leave that gobbo there. Thinking right makes my brain slow down. I think just in case we need the orc, because actually you've got enough life and enough armour to deal with that. Actually, should we shove him back there? I think we should be happy with just that room as it is. Workout. We can use blood or sweat to improve our boss stats, but the likelihood of us getting to us are quite low. Banshee has offered her crying services for a very reasonable price. You could get a smaller quantity of tears for free if you show her a skeleton dog to get her all emotional. The pupper. 50 quid for 20 tears is actually quite cheap. We'll do that.
I almost forgot. The company owns several dungeons that need protecting. We only send teams when our specialists inform us that a group of adventurers are approaching. You will sometimes have the choice of several contracts. The more dangerous the heroes, the higher your bonus if you succeed.
Okie dokie.
Thanks to the company's portal service, sending you to the other end of the world is a matter of moments.
Okie dokie. So, adventurers or veterans? Veterans are much, much harder, and there's obviously heroes as well, or whatever they're called. But you obviously get better rewards from the veterans. I think at this point, I'm going to go for veterans early, because the rewards are usually worth it. They might get through to the boss, but I wouldn't expect them to defeat the boss. By the way, it's irrelevant right now, but the background will denote what kind of dungeon you're in. It's not necessary to understand that right now, but it will become necessary later on. We have that. You can only place 1 regular trap, but we still have a trap room. I wonder whether or not we just skip that. Okay, right, that guy in front sounds like a good idea, because he does... no, we got that guy there. Randomly moves all monsters to fight to another position at the beginning. So we need to put a monster in a spot where we know we don't want them. So the Goblin Drummer at the front. We don't want that. We don't want him in the middle, and we don't want him at the back. That worked out quite nicely. Place a trap. We can't place a trap, so comfort. Okie dokie. There's fire damage and there's ice damage, but that's area and that's front. So fire resistance, you guys, probably a good idea. Doesn't have a huge amount of life, but I think it'll be kind of useful. He's not especially weak to nature. How are these guys for ice? They're all pretty tough against ice, so we should just shove down a couple of orcs then, I think. Yeah, your resistance to fire is really bad. This one, if they kill the first person, then they'll hit the second person as well. So you don't want to end up wipe out your entire team in 3 hits. Nice. Okay, so that was shit that just happens at the start of a fight, regardless. Toxins would probably be nice. Poison to everyone. Pheromones is pretty funky. Bounty is nice. But if they're killed by a stack rather than by one of your monsters, then nobody gets the bounty. And if we were to do that, he's probably going to die. He's what, 51? We'd do 30... minus 20, it's actually weak to it as well. So yeah, I would expect him to die from the nature if we did pheromones on him. So we're going to do toxins on everyone. He's still going to obviously be rather unhappy. Air damage and air weakness, interesting one. War drum, enrage us, sounds like a better plan. I don't know what that was that fell off. You lost a drumstick. Slowed us, you little bastard. Alright, Noel, you can only do a protective strike, but that guy's poisoned, and bosh him. And now you'll get shot. He's going to die. Are you going to be able to withstand one more hit? You are going to be able to stand one more hit. Oh, just about. I was hoping the poison would last long enough for that to be able to be taken advantage of, but it wasn't. Oh. Alright, no trap. But they do take a turn in the room. So if they had stacks, they would take the damage from that stack. You are resistant to fire. I think enraged. Obviously, war drums in the back room would actually be kind of nice. I think your spell always comes between 2 rooms. I'm not 100% sure. You're weak to fire, right? Yeah, go on, fireball him. She weak to physical damage. Yep, go on. Cleave. And there'll be another cleave. Cleave. And she'll die at the beginning of the next turn. Fireball him. He's dead. So apparently they were the veterans. Enraged 4. Increasing power would be kind of nice. That's the damage you do with a physical hit. And that would increase his actual skill. But I think we're going to show no mercy. Should we stick the goblin drums in the back room as well? Doink, doink. And you to front room. Right, they might get burnout. Should we give him a rest? So both the orcs there. And we have enough. You're doing bleed damage, and these guys do bleed damage. So let's do a bleed room for the first thingamajobby here. Right, work out. I can't be asked working out. Merchant, we have some cash. Is there a doggy? There is not a doggy. There's a boar man. There's a breaking. Harpies. I love harpies. Yeah, I think I'll have a harpy. I don't always use the harpy light, but as utility, they're fantastic. Merchant, event. We'll do an event. We could sell Duvius for 250 quid. I don't know, I'm going to do that. Maguses are good, but... sell monsters in garrison no longer useful for you and available, or injured monsters are less valuable, but you can sell them, apparently. Really? That must have changed. But I don't want to sell either of those two right now, and we'll stick you in the back room. No, I don't want to sell anyone. Can we sell traps? Sell monsters? No, I can't sell traps. That's a shame. Well, alright, fair enough. We'll do an event. Potion of Evolution. Right, we can make the Slave Master power higher by 12, which is quite a bit, but actually get the guy to drink. It's a free upgrade for that orc. Let's train. And I think we're going to train that orc that just trained. What do you get? Applies air weakness when attacking. Air resistance reduced by 40. Yeah. Yes. Adventurers. Low-level adventurers. This will not be tricky at all. Hopefully the sound is good. I've been messing around constantly to try and get a decent sound on this, and hopefully the air conditioning in the back isn't too loud. Sounds like kind of line hiss. Right, we're going for a bleed room first, aren't we? Yol in the middle. You do ice damage. You're strong to ice damage. You're weak to ice damage. You do physical damage. You do air damage. Gobbos are more weak to air. Okay, so we're fine. Right, so we're going to have a drums man. The harpy will be able to haste the people in front, so hopefully the drums man should have a turn. He's going to have a turn earlier before all them guys anyway. So these guys are going to have huge amounts of enraged, which would be fantastic. Nearly double damage. Alright, run the bleed trap twice. Nice. Stacks of bleed are usually pretty useful. I don't know, I assume it's physical damage. So I assume it's reduced by armour. But I'm not 100% sure. Right, let's go for... You've got armour 15. It's a shame we can't do physical to the front, but we'll do more bleed to the guy at front. Ooh, crikey, that hurt. I'm thinking I should have done the back damage, actually, because we're going to cleave him twice. No, in fairness. He's still alive. Even though he's minus 20 to armor. Oh, he's just got shit tons of life. Big fat guy. Right, now we do the trick to the back. We'll get the bleeding on the back there. Bosh, 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 bosh. Cleave him. Alright, he's dead now. We'll stack up more bleed on the guy at the back. Oh, one shot kill. Alright, so he has an awful lot of life, but not a shit ton of morale. I'm going to do a Scream of Terror before he's killed. Get that guy nice and down. I don't know. Did he just regain morale? Interesting. See how much life he has by the time he actually gets to that last room. We're going to show no mercy. There's a rage to your guys. But we will haste our guys. And then we will wall drum. Wall drum? War drum. Now we have 8 in range, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Slowing them doesn't really matter. Ice blocking that guy in the face would be kind of nice. I think we can mano that guy. You've armor. Yeah, you've 15 armor. You can take it on the chin a few times. Right, Din. Well, it's air weakness. She does an air attack next as well. Whirlwind. 128 air damage. Bosh. Like that. Nice. And it doesn't really matter what we cast on you, so let's just lob a bit of ice. We don't have a fire room, but they're also very good in morale rooms. So are the majorettes. I think I'm going to go with the Magus in case we want to do a morale room. Right, let's have a look up here. Right, we'll have the Skelly. Not you? Skeleton Scientist. We'll shove him in there. Or bring an orc back to there. We'll shove him in there as well. We'll shove you in there. And we'll decide on the spot what we want this room to look like. You don't do any poison, do you? No. Right, we'll leave it like that. There's not a whole lot of, but like he should hopefully his speed is 100. Yours is 70, so he'll go before that guy anyway. All right, sweet. Trainer, we can really afford. We could train the gobbo, but I don't really want to. Let's do an event. Lost Adventurers can get 150 quid. We got some blood and tears. We're not going to need any more blood and tears than we got right now, so we catch it. Plunder. What is this? Tiredness for all monsters in the next dungeon. 30% artifact. Set a monster free 20%. Set a monster free. I don't know what that does, but I want the artifact anyway. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Ah, we didn't get it. Never mind. Alchemist. I don't think we can transmute blood or tears into gold. I don't think we can, but we might be able to. But I don't think we can. I mean, there is a gold-looking thing there. But we have enough gold anyway. Let's do the event. An enthusiast attract an artifact and would like to buy it for similar objects on his person. A skunk dog will be able to steal one from him without him noticing. Oh, that's a shame. No, I want to keep that. Alright, veterans, we'll do veterans. Obviously, once you've got a grip of this game, then doing veterans is by far the better idea. We're going to do Benzie first, I reckon. You do nature damage and he... Oh, no. Nope, we're going to do him last. I thought he had better nature resistance than that. Alright, cool. We'll do the and the. Enraged for both monsters twice, because we're doing the creature room first. There's no point in poison dart. Right, sweet. Right, so we've got enraged. We're going to be very enraged. We'll have the drummer. We'll have and what's Scream of Terror is minus 42 morale. You do demoralized, which is like a longer burn of morale damage. Are these guys weak to ice? No, those two very strong to ice. But everyone's generally weak to physical. Oh my god, he's 75% nature damage. I didn't spot that one. Hey, you're minus 45% armour. And slap the orc up front.
Come get some.
Oh, bollocks, I missed that. Oh, fine. At least he can still do his toxins. I'm increased by 40, jeez. Alright, at least you get to hide in your shell. We're not doing especially well in this room, are we? Jesus. Shall we start the morale damage already? Why is it only 15? Oh, the other guy must have been upgraded, I guess. I mean, he is weak to physical damage. Scream Terror wouldn't do a whole lot. Yeah, I'll do Cleve. Dunk, doink. That Noel's not going to live. She's going to... Oh dear, right. Well, let's enrage everyone an awful lot, shall we? That's 3 enrage. That's 6 enrage. That's 10 enraged. He didn't do very much. Does that actually do anything? Oh no, it's just poison. It's not actually any damage. Right, Gust will haste our guys, and we will gust everybody else. Air resistance reduced by 40. War Drum to enrage us all again, or lots of air damage and apply air weakness. I really don't think we need more enrage than we've got. As long as the Harpy lives, because the Harpy is the one that does shit loads of air damage. You just need to tank. Yeah, you can kill that. I think we're going to do one of them again. And lots of air resistance. Oh, I thought that increased the air resistance penalty, but it doesn't. It just makes it last longer. Okay, right, we're going to War Drum. Oh, it's stuff in the background that's falling over. Oh, it's a nice little touch, isn't it? 202 air damage, maybe overkill. But that wouldn't kill either. So, yeah, let's kill her. Harpy's completely OP, so long as you can keep them alive. Because they only actually got 90 life. No, they haven't. No, they do have 90 life. Jesus. Should we Scream Terror, or should we just Cleave? Cleave, bang, dead. Hello. 2 birds stone. Attacks targeting only the hero at the front. Deal 30% of final damage to the hero position behind them. Nice. Damage to the first attack suffered by monsters placed at the back. He's returned to the assailant once per fight. Not especially good. Monsters placed at the back perform an additional attack but lose -20 speed and starts fight with 50% of the maximum life. I'm not particularly keen on that either. Let's go for extra damage. Let's have a look at who wants to rest up. We'll bring you back. We'll shove you over there. Mandible's still gone, annoying me. Should we do a demoralising room in the first instance? In the first room? Yes. Morale. You don't do morale. I'll stick you there. Let's give that orc a chance to level up, because I don't imagine he's going to be useful in the next room. Alright, cool. We'll do a morale room for the first room then. Engineer. Let's upgrade some trap. Right. It always does in range 3, but it does 10 extra damage. Demoralize 2 and demoralize 3. Upgrading that one. We are going to use that one next, so it's kind of interesting. It's 20 extra damage, and that's 10 extra damage and 1 more poison. We'll upgrade that one. That's 250 to upgrade that one. If that gave us more demoralize, then I'd have... sorry, more enrage, then I'd have upgraded that one, but it doesn't. But to be fair, by and large I have less morale. Fuck it, we'll do that one as well. Seminars! Seminars are things that are done. You just get bonuses. There is no bad thing about clicking on a seminar. It costs you blood and or tears, but you get all sorts of stuff. Enraged for 15 weeks. Everyone starts with enraged. Damaging attacks apply burn 2. Wow. For 15 weeks. Or just get 1 motivation back for everyone. I think we're going to go for the burning. Yeah, we'll go for the burning. I'm going to do an event. Oh, hey up. 300 quid. We celebrate and give everyone some motivation back. Not particularly useful, so I'm going to keep it. Let's do an alchemist and get some tears out of that blood. Oh, we can get money. Right, we'll do one of them. Hopefully I can do more than one. Yes, I can. Good. I will leave it at that. Veterans. Veterans. Foo Shoo. Foo Shoo. Right, what have we got then? If I had memory, I would remember them, but I do not have memory, so I do not remember them. So morale loss is reduced by 50%. That's irritating. Initial duration of penalties received decreased by 1 turn with a minimum of 1. Moves the penalty with the most stacks applied from all heroes at the start of his turn once. Oh, Mandible's back. Never mind. We're going for a morale room, aren't we? Most, it's ice damage, it's nature damage to the back. You're alright for nature damage. 67 air damage. But the Skelly's going to go before him anyway. Yeah. Then we want the rallying horn. At the back. Why not carry on with what is currently going fairly correct? We don't have a trap, and I think they're probably likely to get through unless we can properly demoralise them. We'll find out. Oh right, okay. I thought they had enraged because they had that icon. Pheromones to the first guy. And then Fear of the Dead. Is that the level 3 one? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, he might just survive to the next. No, he won't. Scream of Terror. That's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but I like to do Scream of Terror. They might not actually even make it into the boss room. He's definitely running away. Morale loss is less. We don't know about that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Another Scream of Terror. That guy's running away. Bye bye. You're at minus 35 around where you are. So probably do a whole lot of damage to you. You have a lot of life. Be able to knock you down a little bit now. And this is just the first room. I haven't even hit a trap yet. Yeah, you healed yourself, but did you heal your morale as well? I think you might have healed your morale as well. That's a bit chinny, isn't it? I'm going to terrify you. Burn, yeah, well, anyway, terrify. Gust. Dim. Freezing breath, probably. Or ice block. Ice block could be some nice damage. It'll slow them down. I don't think it's slow them down. Let's just do an ice block. Boom. Whoa, she survived. Not for long. I don't think there's any point in that one. I'm going to do that one. I don't think they're going to be able to DPS down the him before he completely creams them all, to be honest. And that's going to be back damage. Oh, still lives. How about that? Let's do a War Drum. It's extra enraged for him just to do even more damage. Bosh. Can't believe she's still alive. Oh, she attacks twice if she kills one, does she? Yeah, just have a nice blocking face. I don't actually rate the Yetis too highly, but they're kind of useful. Grants 50% to apply Frostbite, which with monsters attacks which deal morale. While on plenty, you have 20% chance to deal a crit when attacking. And creatures transfer the stacks of enraged around a monster the group when they are defeated. Let's do that one, because we like doing enraged. Have a look at here. You need to go have a bit of a rest. Let's bring back the poison room. You there, and you there. Anyone here? Should we give a rest to? We might as well give a rest to both of them, to be fair. That back room has been performing very admirably. Okay, trainer obviously does training. Event does training. Collectors, you can sacrifice some of your life for gold, or you can sacrifice some of your pool of blood for that. It's quite a lot of gold. I think it's 200 gold. I think we've got to go through collectors and then to engineer and get some old trap upgrades happening. We'll pay with blood. And we're going to do it. What week are we on? We're week 26. Yeah, we'll do it again and we'll pay it with life. Accept. And engineer. Make the rallying horn better. And the poison dart better. Now we'll just stick as we are. Right, trainer. There's convenient. Oh, champion first. Champion. Gains enraged when a monster of the group is defeated. That sounds nice. Well, anything else that we better spending our money on though? A little bit more life, a little bit more power. I don't get any... actually get a whole lot better. Although, to be fair, that big air damage one does even more air damage. We'll definitely do that one. And why not? Because you don't do air damage, and we're just doing air damage constantly in that second room. We'll do you as well. Alright, champion. Champion. Oh, champion. Oh, what we are going to discover here. We're on an hour. I'm hoping I'm just going to do the entire room in one, and make, if it's a 2 hour long video, so be it. You're front, you are middle, you are back. Ah, but we don't, oh, that's annoying. We will still do the poison because that guy's well hard, but we will do good damage to him. What's his poison resist? Nature. He's weak to nature. Good. Right, let's do this room as that room has been succeeding all this time. And confirm. If he gets through to the boss, he's probably not going to be very good. I don't know what his morale is. 380. It's fairly low. Oh, bollocks. Forgot about that. Right, poison dagger to the guy in front. Weak to poison. He is. That guy is not weak to poison or toxic volley. All of them. Just so we can hit the guy at the front, to be honest. Once he's down, he's down. Neither of you two are going to heal, are you? Nope. We'll do a protected strike. Gains fire shield when I actually attacked. But we don't do... Oh no, we do fire damage. But we do fire damage as burn rather than as direct fire damage, which would be very interesting. But no one's healing in that room, so we're fine. Slap him with even more poison damage, please. Raw. It's like a free attack, that is now. Look at that. He's not even going to make it. We could whip him to death. Or we could enrage, or we can... I think... Whipping him would stop him from just having a turn full stop, but he's going to take 55 nature damage and he's 90 left. I don't think he'd actually die, and I don't want to give him that first attack. Although the harpy will go first. Yeah, we'll show no mercy. I'm assuming the harpy goes first anyway. Yep, harpy goes first, and she will gust and haste my other guys. And Din or Wardrum. Wardrum doesn't actually deal any damage. How much life did he only said 65? He didn't take 55. We will Din. Although he does have 5 burn as well. Ice block to the guy at the back. He hasn't even had a turn yet. Sweet. Didn't. Oh, that room's a bit OP, isn't it? Orc Sorcerer, what do you do? You're a fire damage guy. We have nothing that works with fire so far. Monsters defeated come back to life as a skeleton warrior. Skeleton warriors are dead hard. Ring of Wrath. All monsters of the group gain enraged when a creature is defeated. I think it's going to have to be that one. That's very good. That's very good. All can't use hero skills. That's all the shit that starts at the beginning of the match. And minus 30 morale to all is actually pretty strong. But I think that's the strongest. Particularly as we have the ability to transfer enraged from defeated guy to not defeated guy. Let's give all of that a rest. Oh, we can rename people. Oh, fantastic. Should we do a morale room? That might be fun. I'm going to rename him Pole Smoker. That's not how... Yeah. Why have you put the S there, John? Come on. There we go. Just so it sticks out. I don't know why Pole Smoker was in my head. It just was. It might be in a Jay and Silent Bob quote that I was thinking about a day or so ago. Engineer. I like the idea of an engineer. Shall we make the rallying horn even better for Enraged 4? Or Poison 6 and 90 nature? Enraged 4 sounds fantastic. Sanctuary. Free shit. Well, not free, you've got to spend these, but still. Devastation increased by 30. I start with poison. Or I start with demoralised. How long is that around for? 6 weeks. It says damage taken. It doesn't say morale damage taken, so I'm going to go with the demoralised. Collectors, I will give you some blood. Adventurers, and veterans. Oh, there's a disaster. You will find out what a disaster is. I now remember what it is. And we will be offered a trap. That will offer us a monster. And it has a disaster. I think I'd rather get the monster. Well, we'll find out when we get to that room, I guess. Pole Smoker, you are the toughest. Yes, it was Jay and Silent Bob. It was, how do you know he doesn't smoke monkey pole? Doink. We don't have a second trap. Oh. Well, we get to decide it when we get there. Okay, fair enough. Well, you'll have to see it then, won't you? And that room's OP. Continue. They might not even make it past the first ring. We are going, like, they do go up level each time. Like this guy's like level 3. This guy is that's level 3. He's level 4. So they are going up levels. They are getting better. But as we... Oh, crikey! Right, fair enough then. But as you do more morale damage, they take more morale damage. Well, they take more damage full stop as you defeat their morale. Come on. Beat them down. Yeah, I got it. You now has 5 in range. He has 6 in range. Come on, man. There's 2 of them run away. He is terrified. He's weak to armor, strong to fire. More fire there. That's the Magus dead. Okay, no. They didn't make it past the first room. Majorette would be nice for a terror room. They have Howl once you upgrade them, which is a good morale one. I think. Yeah, we're going to go for the skeleton doggy. Doink, 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 doink. What's coming up next? We don't know yet. We've got trains and engineers coming up. Right. Let's shove you in there. I really, really want like a harder... Because he attacks the back, he's a good utility, but I think I'm going to put Pole Smoker in that room. Shall we make a bleed room? You are bleed, and you do bleed. Actually, we'll put Pole Smoker in there. And we'll put you in there. So we'll start off with bleed, and then we'll do the air. I'm going to go engineer again. No, I've got engineer down there. I'm going to go trainer then. Three bleeding. Oh yeah. We want the doggy. Train the doggy. And yes, I will train the gobbo as well. Get that better bleeding stack up. Do I want to sell anyone? I might. There's a bleeding room first, isn't it? Isn't it? See, there's no point in actually having people sitting in the garrison if they're not actually going to be recovering life. There's no point having you rest out for a turn. Yeah, we'll shove all poison people in next room. And you, because it might be a morale room as well. Lots of options. Events. Let's do an event. Stock take. We found homeopathic potion. Cross between a poison and a potion. Poison. Heroes weird less than 50% of the maximum morale. Lose -20 to all resistances. Or he could go up by a level. I'll take it. Engineer we cannot afford, which is a shame. Could have sold that one last time, I guess. Hello. We got in the bet you placed and won on a ball race while back. Hulking shifty trolls come to demand you return his cash. could also have one of your nearby employees get beaten up in your stead. I'll lose. Yeah, I'll gain. In fact, I will gain blood. Piss off. Losing life. What a shame. Let's do. I thought it was 52 weeks. Oh, no, it's 38 apparently. Let's do a plunder. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do an event. An orc sorcerer. Can't afford him. Alright. Alright. Champione. Champione. This is the day before England are going to do it final. It's Saturday. Tomorrow is the Euros final. And I have no idea whether or not Italy are going to do good or bad. We've got an armour of 50 and nature resistance 25. Should we do this a morale room? You have armour. Not a lot of nature resistance. You have they're all armoured. I think we're going to have to do... Oh my god, he applies vulnerable to himself. Yeah, we're going to do a morale room then. Anyone attacks the back, you attack the back for fire. You're weak to fire. You are strong to fire. You also do morale. Doggies applies enhanced resistance to the monster in front and guaranteed critical to the one behind. So pretty much always stick him in the middle. I think pheromones is going to run out, or bounty, sorry, is going to run out before he actually gets killed. So we'll stick Pole Smoker in. He's the level 3 guy anyway. Sweet. Let's do the Rallying Horn. Event. Oh, you didn't see the disaster room, did you? Never mind. Right, why not do this as this has been constantly been doing all this time? So,
Fresh meat!
right. Boink. No, Skelemakers doesn't care. Right, Howl. Or bite. Bite make him bleed, but we don't want to make him bleed. We want to morale them. The gain in range when a creature is defeated. Right, Fear of the Dead. We're not doing a whole lot of morale damage here, are we? Oh, nearly died. Scream of terror. Howl. The doggy does howl. Alright, we've got him down to there. We've actually got you nearly running away, to be honest. I really hope you can't hear the air conditioning running the microphone. I did a test, I'm pretty sure you can't, but if you can, my apologies. It is fucking warm out. Oh, there we go. Intimidation, more morale, and terrified. Now these guys can't actually do morale damage. These guys. But that doesn't really matter so much, apparently, because this room's completely OP anyway. Let's enrage us all, why not? I mean, they're all weak to air, but if we enrage everyone even more, from the moment anyone dies, look at that, look at 120% damage. Protective strike. I was hoping he'd literally just get beaten up, to be honest. Okay, Din. Everybody take ridiculous amounts of damage, please. And Whirlwind, 189, because we got that 2 birds, 1 stone thing. Straight through the hero and into the face of that guy. Now they've run away. Oh my lord. Really? Oh no, how terrible. How terrifying. We didn't to death. Victory! A little discipline never hurt anyone. A lot of discipline helps everyone. A priest has started opening demonic portals to soften the humans up a bit. I'm counting on you to give them the welcome they deserve. Really?
My work here is done.
Okay, so at this point we can continue. We're on an hour and 20 minutes. At this point you can continue to do a bigger dungeon and another dungeon. And if anyone actually wants me to do that, leave me a message. But I'm not going to do that right now. Right, take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in a bit.